Alright, let me show you. Um, See this guy? Sí. Eso es el tipo de persona. Suena como una secta, sí. Yeah, so exactly. And they try to ask you a bunch of questions, you know. They try to ask you questions um about yourself. This is the guy that is offering like $50,000. He said $90,000 a month. He's saying that supposedly he's looking for a woman, but he also wants to do business. You know, it's all kind of real shady shit. And I told him, I said, look, um, you have to explain yourself what you did last night on his live. He had a live. He said that he wanted to have a live to complain about some toxic gatekeepers, some women that were sharing pictures of, intimate areas, and that they were calling him a child molester. They said they were calling him a child molester. And he got on a call on a an application called Snapchat, and he was crying, and he was saying, "I can't believe this, that they're calling me a child molester." And then he went on to say that that happened to him when he was a child, and that he would never do something like that to children, blah blah blah. And he said, "I'm going to hold a live, and I'm going to complain about the things that they're doing." So he opened the live, and then when some other young man came into the room and said, "This happened to me too, blah, blah, blah." And he said, that doesn't matter. Just drop it. Just drop it. And then I came up on the live and I said, well, I don't have anybody sharing the kind of photos about me, but I understand how harmful the false information can be.
What's
What do you
going
have?
on?
What's that?
What's going on? I'm getting message so you needed my presence. You're speaking about me.
Kentucky, you're a false individual, and you're here doing nothing good.
I'm
Okay.
not false.
You're a false person.
No, that's not true.
You're one of the toxic individuals
That's
here.
not true.
And you know what?
And
I hope you can
I've
find a
been
baby
molested
daddy.
all my life. And let me tell you this:
Yeah.
I've never wanted Mono ever. Have I ever wanted Mono? I've never put Mono's picture up. Where'd you get that information from? You got that from Mono?
Kentucky, how about this? Yesterday you asked me about my parents, who my parents were, ethnically, and
Hmm.
I told you, and instead you changed one of my
I
words and
told
said that
them
I
that
was
you were
Russian.
I told them you were German.
You put up there that I was Russian.
Well, how about this? Some natives sent me some stuff about you. I didn't even put that up about
I
you.
said to you what I was. So the
Well,
fact that
I
you did
see on
that,
other
you are a
stuff that
false
you're not.
person. You are a false person.
No, you're a false
Supposedly,
person.
supposedly a native. You see what I'm saying? See
Yeah,
this crazy
and
person?
Kentucky, she blocked me because I was saying some truth, and she be blocking people from her life.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. She's a liar. She says that some natives, you see, they always say that. Whenever they want people to believe them, they have like this thing called the noble savage. Um, I'm not
Protect
gonna.
blacking
I'm not
people
going
when
to
they
your
say the
live.
truth.
Yeah, they have a noble savage complex that supposedly, um, if a native says something to them, if they can say a native sent them some information, then automatically becomes true because everybody believes what the true Indian will say.
Love you. I love you said that she sent you a video.
Yeah. What is the video about? Love you. $5? No. Look, the $5 Indian is something different. We're not going to see you on your live, Kentucky. Okay, you have a toxic trend. Okay, you this is what you do. Yesterday, you had all those people from the toxic gatekeepers. They collect information. They don't care about you. You know about you being black or Melungeon. No, they don't give a rat's patootie about any of that.
And she's even a mixed race. I don't know why she's pandering to these so-called blacks. And at the end of the day, they're just gonna use her and spit her out because she's not gonna be black enough.
No, that's the opposite is true, Matt Marjorie. They worship her because she's less black than them because they hate themselves.
Oh, I saw those. I saw the videos that she was sending. Love you sent to me was in Santiago. That basically Santiago in DR is invaded by
Yes,
Haitians.
yes.
They have businesses there. They have all kinds of shops, and they're talking about Dominicans are racist. If we're so racist, why they have business open in Santiago and in
I did
many
see the
areas?
video. Yeah, I did see that. I did see that video. So yeah, so this guy, he's going around TikTok telling women that he has a bunch of money to give to businesses or whatever it is to help Native people, and um, he just really wants to use us. He's not for real. He actually married a Dominican woman like a couple years ago.
He was living in 6 months over there, right?
Yeah, 6 months he was living in Dominican Republic. Yep. So there's these guys on TikTok. Um, let's see here. Um, see, they're calling themselves the Strategic Alliance, and these are the Snapchats.
These are the Snapchat chats of who? Of these people, the Strategic Alliance.
Yes, yeah. They're just a bunch of jokers. Look, even Mono, he has two of them. Mono Wind and Andy Mono.
What are they doing with these snapshots?
Snapchat. It's a toxic group where they try to lure people that into in like for example, if they see like a Dominican woman being harassed by Haitians or whatever, and she's claiming native. Anyone who claims native that doesn't come from within their Chicano community, they try to lure the person into that, and then they do psychological abuse, but at the same time promising money, supposedly to fund stuff. This is what they did with me. There's a Mono tribe. Mono belong. He calls himself Mono because of the Mono tribe, the Fork Mono tribe in California, and
Yeah, that's what he told me about the Mono tribe in
yeah,
California.
exactly.
What
And
is
then
this all about, the Mono tribe? I never heard of that.
Yeah, they are a federally recognized tribe in California. Yeah, take a screenshot of these characters because they're probably going to come up later. But they're all, a lot of them are using substances, you know. They use a lot of substances. He seems to be an alcoholic as well. Sí, nativos estadounidenses, exacto.
Wasn't he holding a live last night?
Yes, uh-huh. Yeah, he was doing that to be psychologically abusive. And then this guy, commie fornication or commie fornication, that guy, he is trying to promote the takeover of Dominican Republic by Haitians. He
What?
has, yes, yes. I actually have a video. Actually, he was in that live that I captured the words from BGP where she says, Haitians, the land belongs to Haitians. The video that I have on my profile, but I have a video. I have a capture of this guy. His name is Mateo. Californication, and he says that it doesn't matter if Haitians cause Dominican people to be erased. That it's just that we're going to become a new people.
You see, these people are working against us.
Yes. Mm-hmm. They have plans. They have plans. They're trying to push the erasure of Quisqueyan people from the island. They're all working together. I'm going to put out a new video with the evidence from commie fornication. I got recording from last night a little bit as well. But Manny was there. Red Road Warrior. Let's see this guy.
Why are these people all interested in going against us? I don't understand.
Well, they all have different but similar objectives. See, like the Haitians, they know they're not native to the island, right?
Yeah,
And then the Wabos, like Kentucky, she's having identity issues as well because she's neither white nor black in the United States, right? She's like in between. So she gets a lot of people in her panels on her lives that talk about them being native people when they're just not, you know?
right.
So that's her group there. So you got the Haitians that claim that the island of Quisqueya belongs to them and they need to take over Dominican Republic, right? And then you have Wabos who are in the United States that believe that they also have the right to speak for Dominican people, right? That we should accept Haitians, right? Then you have these Chicanos like this guy, Red Road. I call him the Brown Road Warrior because he's full of shit. Um, the Brown Road Warrior, he's saying that Taino people in Quisqueya are not real because we can't have only one parent who is Quisqueyan, who is native.
He can't speak for us.
Exactly.
It's not his tribe
He
for
doesn't
him to
even have a tribe to speak for anybody. He can't
for
even speak for
anybody.
one tribe. He has native blood, but he is completely removed from the native peoples that he's made of. He just goes around making believe that he's connected, but he doesn't have. He never said at any time that he belongs to any native nation. He just make believe. And then he says this thing all the time, aho, aho, which is some kind of a greeting, I think somewhere like I think it's maybe among the Lakota or something. But he says that as if every native nation says that. And that's not true.
Exactly. He cannot speak for us, the Quisqueyanos. He's not. part of us. So he cannot be talking how we run stuff in DR.
Yeah, he should speak for his own nation and not for
Exactly.
anybody else. See, this person, spaced out 95. That's probably him. Is that you, shit road warrior? Is that you? Yeah, he supports the fake tribes as well. The people that say that they're the cacique of Quisqueya when they're from Puerto Rico and a bunch of shit.
These people are working so much evilness is working through them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, here they come. The bitch that trusts no one. Um, sí, Magua. Sí, esa persona, él incluso, porque mucha gente dice, por ejemplo, oh, pues ustedes si son nativos van a conocer a su lengua indígena. Entonces ese tipo cogió unos diccionarios de varios idiomas nativoamericanos y lo machucó todo junto, o sea, se puso todo junto e inventó su propia lengua, diciendo que eso es lengua original de Quisqueya.
Ese tipo,
Sí, no, ese no, el otro que está en Magua, o sea, que viene de Magua.
es que esta gente no tiene más mejor que hacer que meterse asunto de los dominicanos, de los quisqueyanos de la tierra de RD. Ellos no tienen más cosas que hacer.
Sí, Quisqueña, tenemos palabra en Arahuacan también. Bueno, todavía, pues sí, pero esa persona, o sea, a él no le importa aprender de indígenas arhuacanos que ya tienen su lengua, que hablan su lengua todos los días. Y también hay otros idiomas indígenas arhuacos que vienen a través del mestizaje entre africanos y taínos que son los garífuna, y ellos tienen su lengua garífuna, y es demasiado parecido a la lengua de nosotros. Entonces, en vez de aprender estos idiomas así como son, él quiere crear un idioma que él puede ser que él es el dueño de esa lengua y llamar esa lengua indígena. Y tiene un montón de gente aprendiendo esa lengua que él inventó. School of Americas. Sí, yeah, that's right. School of Americas. That's exactly what it is. Space Town 95. Ella está mintiendo. Su tía dijo que no tiene nada de taíno. Eso es mentira. Mi tía nunca diría eso. Nunca. Eso es mentira. Todo el mundo de mi familia sabe que su mamá, mi abuela, era nativa, indígena.
Esta gente es que tienen una cosa, una agenda grande.
Ujú. Sí, sí. Am, pues ayer, anoche, oh, ¿qué pasó? Anoche, Manny, esa persona aquí, Shit Road Warrior, sí, una agenda bien grande, sí, es cierto.
Dice, eres europeo y africana, no taíno. ¿Cómo taíno?
Mira, mira, mira.
¿Qué es esa gente?
Sí, son esa gente, son los chicanos. Son chicanos. Ellos tienen esa música mexicana, supuestamente que son indígenas, pero ellos están en búsqueda de una identidad que no lo tienen. Solamente ellos son trabajadores allá en los Estados Unidos. Recogen toda la comida, los vegetales y las frutas Y ellos son igual como los afroamericanos, son mexicanos americanos, pero ellos no, o sea, después en unas generaciones ya pierden su lengua, no, ya no hablan español, o sea, la mayoría, y ellos pierden su identidad, su conexión, como que la mayoría son ilegales, son de personas que no tienen la ciudadanía norteamericana, entonces no tienen la oportunidad para regresar a su país a conocer sus abuelos, su pueblo. Y entonces por eso ellos pierden su identidad después de 2, 3 generaciones.
Ya veo. Entonces
Pero
ellos tienen la mentalidad ya americanizada.
exacto, exacto, igual como Kentucky. Nini, es que esas personas parecen mexicanos porque son de descendencia mexicana, pero no son mexicanos, o sea, ni por nacionalidad ni por cultura. Eso ya, ellos tienen cara de mexicanos, pero cultura estadounidense.
Pero ellos tienen como generaciones, como más de 200 generaciones aquí, ¿verdad? En Estados Unidos.
Algunos sí, es cierto, pero yo creo que algunos son como de 3 o 4 generaciones de vivir allá en los Estados Unidos. Se llaman chicano, y además ellos tienen una cultura que ellos están haciendo pasar por indígenas. Yo se lo voy a mostrar. Mira, eso es lo que ellos hacen. Es un baile que parece muy um, sexualizado, pero es todo falso, eso es todo pretending shit. Eso no tiene nada que ver con la realidad. Eso, these people, están saliendo algunos mexicanos quejándose de esa, ¿cómo se dice? Performance, de ese teatro que ellos hacen. Si esa ropa, eso todo falso. Yo sé, déjame poner otro. Mira, mira, los mexicanos quejándose de esas personas, mira. Mira, privileged Hispanic in a costume. ¿Ve? Que los mexicanos en México están quejándose de cómo esas personas pretenden ser indígenas en Estados Unidos, eh, tomando la bandera mexicana como si ellos tuvieran conexión con su país de origen, ¿verdad? Pero no lo tienen. Y mira a esa persona indígena de México, como ella se viste. Así se viste normal, pero esa persona no. Yo tengo unos enlaces a varios videos donde los mexicanos en México se quejen de ellos.
And
Eh,
they're not in a tribe, right?
no, they're not in a tribe. But they're telling people that they are. Like Manny, he's lying. Mira, además, mira a esa persona, mira, porque como ponen la cabeza del pajarito ahí, cortado.
Es una cabeza de un pájaro real.
Sí, un papagayo.
Oh my gosh.
Sí, y mira, hasta los mismos, los agentes eh, de la FBI y de, ¿cómo se llama? La aduana norteamericana. ellos, ellos están detrás de esas mismas personas porque solamente gente realmente perteneciente a tribus pueden tener ese tipo de plumas. Y mira, 1500 plumas eran quitados de esas personas. Porque allá en los Estados Unidos eso es ilegal. Una persona que no pertenece a una tribu andar con ese tipo de cosas. Déjame ver, mira eso, mira. Eso, son pretending, todos, toditos.
Ay, Dios. ¿Y qué es eso que tiene arriba de la cabeza?
No, puede ser que eso puede ser de, no sé qué tipo de pluma sería, pero esa persona siempre anda con plumas, pero si son plumas de águila, eso es ilegal. Él puede caer preso por eso.
Sí, porque el águila es el símbolo de Estados Unidos.
Es una especie protegida.
Ujú. Y eso es una rosa que tiene a frente de la
Sí, sí, es algo totalmente inventado. Eso no tiene nada que ver con la realidad. Eso no viene de ninguna tribu. This doesn't come from any tribe. You know, opiums, I can tell you that you're probably someone who is like from Kentucky's screw, and you think that you can go around on TikTok, on social media. You know, I was on Clubhouse, and you were doing the exact same thing. On Facebook, you were doing the exact same thing. I don't know you, but I know people like you. They have your information. What is that supposed to mean? If that's true, why are you here talking about it? I'm actually living quite happily in Dominican Republic.
and you're living peacefully over there.
Exactly. Like what I mean, why are you bothering with Dominican Republic? That's the question.
Um, can I say something to majority? Marjorie.
Yes.
Um, I like where you're going with this. I understand that, but don't pay no attention to that. They threaten and everything. I've even had them have them type right there some pictures of GUNs to my messages on here, and I'm like, wow, you ain't the only one with the GUN. Come on over, step up, bring it, but don't pay attention to them. They are out here to cause trouble. They agitate their ideology and rhetoric and all that, but Manny, I know of this person. His name is Manny, goes by Red War Warrior. I understand where you're coming from about it. I have no disagreement in what you're talking about. Or, whatever the people are saying bad towards you, just ignore it. You live over there, we live over here. Nobody can hurt you. And, they're taking it out of context as to really figuring out what the picture right there, what you guys are showing and talking about. That is your true opinion and what you observe and what you see. And if there's something within that person's behavior and character that makes you feel, like, hey, this guy seems like a problem or a pretending or something, that's totally your belief. You can believe that. No one can take that from you. Everybody else does it, so why can't anyone else, have an opinion and a decision about someone's behavior? I have been in his lives, and his behavior can become erratic, insultive of other women. He can do that, you know. So a lot of people have just turned their back on him because of his behavior, and then he has a symbol on his neck that is Pueblo. And
Yeah.
then he's claiming that that's his symbol, not or of his people, and we were like, maybe not, but whatever. The Pueblos here in the United States have always used that, you know.
Right.
They even won a $90 million court case because the state tried to use that symbol on their flag. They took them to court and they won it, and so things like that. But you guys, I don't see nothing wrong with what you're pointing out. You know, but
Well,
people threatening you. I mean, that's kitty stuff. Come on, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
well, Well, the thing is that these people are claiming to have influence over the Dominican Republic, over our native people here on the island.
Wow.
And I would not even have known about Manny if it was not for him getting involved with those people and advocating for them. He is telling people that those real Taino are sending him photos and evidence about me and my family, and that he knows how a real Taino becomes part of the tribe. He said last night that according to them, only a person who was born from a Taino mother can be Taino. So anyone who's born from a Taino father can no longer be Taino. So they're coming up with these fake laws about Taino culture, and he's representing it when he himself is not even speaking for any Native American tribe. And I'm saying to people, don't listen to that stuff, because he himself is taking a lot of different cultures together and mashing them up, and then making believe that he's, from all these different tribes that he's not. And
Yeah, he's claiming all that, and we've been over all that with him. But as far as I know, the only thing that he is Mashika, and he's the Nawak.
well,
And
even that, like I was looking at some Mexican Mexica Nahuatl creators on TikTok, and they said that a lot of things that are passing for Nahuatl are actually not Nahuatl. Let's see, like this man here, he says, look, the danza azteca, he says, no tienen ningún sustento en la realidad, y pues es cierto, no lo tienen. He says it doesn't have any substance in the reality, and they do not have anything to do with actual native people. So this guy is living in Mexico, talking about actual native people, his own tribes. So he even when it comes to like the Mexica and the Nahuatl thing, he's also mixing that up.
huh, okay. Well, like I said, I cut my ties, but like I said, whoever and whatever people may claim or want to be, like myself, I have real eagle feathers, and if he's trying to say that you can't be Taino because only through matriarch. If you're not from the mother, you're not Tiano. Or I say
Taino.
that, yeah, Taino.
Hmm.
You can't be that. That's up to that tribe and their mothers and fathers who determine that, not anyone else. Especially if
Yeah,
you're not Taino.
exactly. So, it's weird because like he's not a northern native, but he goes around saying "aho, aho, aho" to make believe
Yeah,
that
that
comes from him.
that comes from our language because I am Madewa Kantawan, Bedewa Kantawan. Those are the two names of my people, and it's Santee Sioux, Dakota Sioux. So that language, Aho, it's basically a confirmation, like when you say, "Hello, greetings, hey, you have a good day," and we'll say Aho or something in confirmation. That's what that means. It doesn't mean hello. That's what a lot of them are thinking on here that are using Aho. It's a confirmation.
Hmm. Yeah, in Arawak we have something that a little bit similar. It's han han katu. Like
Hang
it's
hang katu, kantu.
yes, yes, hang hang katu. It means agreed, or confirmed. Like,
Yeah, I get it.
see, this
Yeah.
person says you're not Arawak. Like, why, Spaced Out? Why don't you come up here? Why
Uh,
don't you come up here?
what is he trying to say? That you're not from where you say you are?
Yes.
Let me hear some of your beautiful language. Go ahead.
Seneko kakona daka Behike. That
That's,
means abundant blessings. I am Behike.
hey, what a true comeback. And I believe that, with that language, I can't speak it, but you sure did. But my family is part Mashika. My family is part me. I'm a part, but I don't speak the language as well as they do. Que no, I don't. You know, they speak it fluently, and I'm just like one of the guys. As a kid, I was running nuts and crazy all over the United States, and I didn't sit around and sit down and learn. I just wanted to be free, leave me alone. I'm running, I'm exploring. I didn't have time to sit down and learn no language. I'm surprised I even know English.
I know sometimes English is hard for me too. This guy, he says that you're being manipulated.
No, I'm not being manipulated. A lot of people, you need to understand something, especially if you are native or indigenous. We can't go around debunking everybody, invalidating everybody when you're trying to be about unity. It defeats the purpose of your being mutual, especially of the concept that someone else, if they want to go and claim whatever they're trying to claim, let them be. Is it really going to disturb your coffee in your morning, your day, your family? I mean, are people really going to call you up and say, look, we got to really do something about this? It's a problem now. They're claiming to be us and all that. Come on. Just people are out there. They're making, believing, pretending, or whatever it is they're claiming. Leave them be, walk away, because you're going to save yourself a lot of a headache.
And the thing is we're not claiming to be another group. We're claiming to be our own group in our own
Yeah,
island.
there you go.
What is going on with that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
these
¿qué
people.
pasó?
¿Qué pasa, hombre?
Yeah.
¿Qué pasa, cabrón? Yeah, so the thing is that these people, they're now, okay, let me show you this group here. They are claiming to be able to make a whole nother nation. They said this guy, Californication, he's with another woman that calls herself BGP. She's also a detribalized native from the same region in like Mexica, and she has like a lot of content on TikTok. But this guy and her, they agree on one thing. They say it's okay if a bunch of foreigners come over and take over your genome, and you don't have any ancestors anymore. You're just gonna be a new people, and that's okay. And I said, well, what does that make sense for us? That in order for us to be native people, we have to show that we have continuity from our ancestors. And you're telling us that we should become a new people? If we become a new people, we're not indigenous.
Wow, that sounds like a cult to me.
It is a cult.
Her and Manny have always been fighting, arguing. They were coming at Manny like, hey, you're obsessed with BGP. I don't have no problem with them anymore because, like I said, I cut ties. I'd rather not be involved. I got to worry about the mission of the Black Hills and the treaty and stuff like that. So that's my fight. I don't want to be fighting with indigenous people or native peoples.
Yeah.
That's too much energy, and I'd rather apply my energy to the government, to the state officials and everybody who is against natives. That's where my fight is. I don't have any problem with people, especially if you guys are on here. It is what it is. What you're talking about is it's not my place.
Well, we only want to protect our native peoples here on the island of Quisqueya.
There you
We're
go.
not really interested in anybody else's territorial problems. Or, I mean, we'll definitely support other native peoples.
Yeah, I
But
understand.
but as far as like interpreting it in our own way and trying to insert our point of view when that's not our place to do, we're not interested in doing that. But
And
we're
there it
trying.
is right there, what she just said. There it is right there. All you have to do is just say it. Anyone in the comments as well. You either support or you don't support. That's it. And walk away.
Yeah, but
It's simple.
lately, these people, they have been coming to our sacred sites and doing the same thing that they're doing in the Black Hills. They actually come here, they tear out our petroglyphs and pack it all up
Wow.
and sell it. And they take our like our semis and these like they're like these ancient stone like talking stones that we communicate with the ancestors,
Yeah. I
and
heard about, yep.
Yeah, and they go and they steal them and then take them for themselves and sell them on the black market or on the whatever market it is,
and
and copy
nobody's
them.
and
Yeah,
nobody's doing nothing about it.
yeah. So the thing is that, if we don't speak up about these things and we just let these people run roughshod over us, then everything is going to be gone. And recently, I caught another one of these groups. They're supposed to be taking over this ancient archaeological site in our country here in Dominican Republic, and they are a construction company, and I caught the person on the TikTok live
Uh-oh, I
saying
got a phone call. Hold on. I had to send a text to that. But you know what?
they
People don't.
They're at the
People,
United Nations. These people are at the United Nations as a construction company saying that they're speaking for our indigenous people here. And we said, no, that's not for you to do because you don't belong to us. You're from a different land. You're from the U.S. colony of Puerto Rico. That's very different than Dominican Republic. You can't be calling yourself indigenous here when you're not here. And they're a construction company, and the construction company website says that they serve all peoples. It's not a tribe. And they got people on here on TikTok saying that this construction company is a tribe that's representing Native peoples at the United Nations. And they even
wow.
and they even have a letter by an umbrella organization called the UCTP that
There
has
you
the
go.
name of the that has the name of the construction company on the letter to the United Nations Forum on Indigenous Issues.
They're using that's similar to that UCC as well. They're using that as a front for their fictional corporation business. See,
Yes, the 501c3
there you
organization. Now
go.
they're doing it in the Dominican Republic too. Call
Anyone,
them.
Buenas, buenas.
any anyone with the 501c3 cannot represent a sovereign entity. See,
Yo quiero decir algo, yo no soy muy buena hablando inglés, yo lo entiendo, pero recién lo estoy aprendiendo. Yo recién me mudé a Estados Unidos, no tengo mucho. Yo soy de un campo bien profundo y bien tradicional de la República Dominicana, donde la montaña, donde el río nace, donde se practica mucho la cultura de la huaca, y no entiendo cuál es el problema con nosotros los quisqueyanos, porque nosotros no nos metemos en los negocios de nadie. Literal,
Sí,
nosotros estamos en nuestro propio país, sobreviviendo. Nosotros no vamos a la tierra de nadie. Si nosotros somos de aquí, acéptenos. Yo no entiendo por qué están, o sea, con
yeah.
nosotros.
She's saying that she just recently. Do you understand what she said, Wasu?
uh, just some of it, like 4 words.
Okay. So she said that she comes from a very remote village in Cibao, and that she and her family always practiced ancient Arawakan practices, and she just recently moved to the United States. And she's saying that she feels that it's really strange that people are trying to be involved in our indigenous ways here, because we never go to involve ourselves and impose our ways on other people. So she's trying
Yeah.
to understand what's going on.
Yeah, it's that's your culture, that's your spirituality, that's your identity, your language, everything. You have that. That's yours. If they're trying to do it over here, I can't say, well, I wouldn't even know if I walked up on a group that was talking your language and wearing your stuff and all that, and they say we are Taino or whatever. I would actually, I couldn't disagree with it because it looks like what it is to me. But if you guys came over and said they're not the real us, no, okay, I need to understand that, and then I'll be like, okay, so these guys, they might look like you, talk like you, and dress like you, and everything like that, but they're not really you because they're not from over there.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah, so that's our thing. Like, if a person is a chief, or they call them, cacique, I say they because, how can they be chief when they don't have a land to be chief over? But
Yeah,
anyway, they call themselves cacique, the head of these 501c3 Taino groups, they call themselves cacique, which is our old, way of saying governor. So we had these governors of regions. In Quisqueya, we had 5 governorates called cacicascos. And
It's
so each cacicasco was the head of about 70 villages, 70. And so there was a council, of 70 villages, more or less. Um, but these people, they are calling themselves cacique, just like of the Bronx, of the Americans of Puerto Rico or whatever. Is cacique of anybody who claims to want to learn and Taino culture. And so they'll have they in the same cacicasco, like the governorship that they make in the 501c3. They'll have someone from
yeah.
Jamaica, someone from Puerto Rico, someone from Virgin Islands, some all these different lands. It doesn't. There's no single genealogy. They have no relation to each other. They're just random people.
Here's a
Exacto.
solution. Here's a solution. I don't know. It's a suggestion. I'm not telling you what to do, but maybe a suggestion to think about with your, people who, especially if you're over there in the construction company. I just have a small solution as to word for word what they say on that letter. If you have it or if you can get a hold of it,
Yeah,
what
we
they're
have it.
saying. Okay, take that and you need to find the loopholes to address it, and basically you want to recourse for you to defending who you are in the land there that would invalidate their authority. So
Hmm.
that would be the angle that I would say that you need to look into something by international law, because anything with 501c3, as the way I understand it, is like, for one, me being a full fledged treaty Indian and not an American citizen, I cannot use a 501c3 in any form. So I'm like, I understand that. Okay, so now how can that apply for you guys? And I mean, your people in that situation regarding the land and this construction company, who is fictional, by the way.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what we're working on. And what was really disturbing is that Manny's friend, what's his name, Mono, from the Mono tribe, North Fork Mono,
Oh,
right? So
oh,
yeah.
wait a minute, wait a minute. Oh my gosh, let me say something. Those two, all of them, if you guys understand something here, it's a big circle of clout,
Mm-hmm.
and that is their way of keeping going. And so, if you know what, if I was you, those people, I don't associate with them. I've blocked everybody you've mentioned so far,
Okay.
every one of them.
Okay.
you know and
Yeah.
I that's me. It's my purpose, my reasons. I want nothing to do with their ideology and their rhetoric and trying to debunk and invalidate people. One of my friends is Apache, and he didn't even say anything, and they attacked him. You
Mm.
look at you, you're a clown. You don't have anything on you don't have no content. You're a nobody. And he's like, I didn't even say nothing, and they attacked me out of nowhere. And I was like, damn.
Wow.
Damn, that's messed up. Okay, so, and my Apache friend, he's a special forces person in military. He's very traditional. He knows his
Mm-hmm.
language, all this and that. He works, he feeds his family, he's married, all this and that. And he said, I don't even do nothing to nobody. I even followed Manny for 2 years, just listening and observing, and until he attacked me that day. I have no
Wow.
respect for him.
Wow, wow. Yeah, he really lost my respect last night. It was really bad. But yeah, so the most disturbing, what the reason why I had to mention these guys today is because I have never talked about them before. But I had to mention them today because of what happened last night and the fact that what's his name? The Mono guy, he was saying that he was going to use his tribe's casino money to help our Kiskean people defend our lands and our our tribal artifacts and everything like that, and
Yeah.
that we were gonna have a conference between the Mono tribe and our tribes over here, and I was like reserving a convention space and all this other stuff. It was supposed to be like a package for natives to come and visit us here to talk about these issues, about our actual real people. And then
Yeah.
Yo quiero
this is what
agregar
Photo
algo.
did last night.
I wanna go ahead and jump off here, but I wanna say something to all of you on here. You know, keep on your path, stay strong, don't get off track, follow through with whatever it is that you're gonna do for your people, especially against that construction company. Don't let anyone else bring you down on here. If you feel agitated or uncomfortable about their demeanor towards you, it's probably best that you just cut ties with them immediately.
Yes, definitely. Thank you so
But
much, Pastor.
yeah, thank you guys for your time too. I appreciate it.
Yes.
O sea, yo estoy como ven acá. Ellos no saben que la opresión es tan grande en Quiqueyana que a nosotros nos ponen como extinguidos.
Mhm.
Que
Sí.
o sea, nosotros no estamos tan organizados, por ejemplo, como están los otros nativos americanos en Estados Unidos. Al campo que todavía ni la señal llegan bien. Lo digo porque si yo voy ahora con mi internet, yo no voy a tener la señal que yo tengo ahora.
Exacto. Entonces, esas personas, yo tengo grabado sus palabras donde dicen que ellos nos quieren reemplazar a estos pueblos vigentes de personas de descendencia indígena o de indígena de verdadera. Ellos quieren extinguir y yo lo tengo grabado exactamente lo que ellos quieren imponer.
O sea, yo me quedo porque yo estoy viendo todo este problema, porque eso yo no lo puedo ver en República Dominicana, porque tú sabes que los campos no son
Buenos
tan-
días.
Buenos días, cariño.
Estoy manejando porque voy a trabajar, pero anoche fue horrible porque eso no se hace, mucho bullying, mucho bullying.
Sí.
Y es prácticamente la tribu de Puerto Rico, esa es la válida, que no tienen cero, no tienen nada, nada real, todo es falso. Yo no entiendo, tenemos que tratar de continuar lo que estamos haciendo para ver, para sacar la verdad al aire, porque yo me quedé así, ¿ok? Ahorita dicen que yo también soy falsa. Oh my God. Ay.
Yo soy la que estoy llegando a Estados Unidos. Estoy viendo todo esto y digo, como, ven acá, ¿qué es lo que está pasando? Yo no entiendo qué está pasando con nosotros, porque nosotros no nos metemos en nada, nosotros estamos en nuestro campo, nos casamos entre nosotros, practicamos nuestra cultura, o sea, ¿qué es lo que pasa con nosotros? Nosotros no nos metemos con nada, nosotros nos vamos y decimos, vamos para Estados Unidos, vamos a reclamar. No, nosotros no estamos en ninguno de esos, porque no toman a nosotros. O sea,
No, pero esas personas están viviendo de estos